Jarrell Miller, fighter in Washington, who took on Deontay Wilder, to a former world title challenger. And he, in his unassuming fashion, feels that this is a good stepping stone for him.
Jarrell Miller, huge lump of a man. I think we're talking in the 21 stone. You know, former kickboxer, K1, so he's certainly a natural. You can see straight away that Washington has this walking forward.
High, then Washington won't last too long.
The size of those legs is like a front row of a rugby.
大家好，老师从业中医男科30余年，帮助了数千名海内外华人朋友通过中药调理重回男性雄风。如果你也存在房事时间短、勃起无力、硬度差、中途疲软、肾虚、前列腺炎等问题，现在就加中医老师微信574-993-200，纯中药，一人一方，治根治本，帮助你持续坚挺20至40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，彻底告别快男软男。记住微信574-993-200。
Klitschko's count for his fight against Anthony Joshua, actually, so they both had good work. There were mitigating circumstances, but these big, heavy clubbing shots, I think, are beginning to get through here.
If you're watching, you've got to start moving, and that's easier said than done.
To try to put his punches together towards the end of the round there, just looking to chop down with that right hand as Miller dips quite low at the waist, and he's shaking his head again there, Miller, as Washington is trying to...
It's just demanding no respect at all from Miller.
I mean, that's a good right hook there.
It's when Ortiz was working with Matchroom, but then he made the switch to Al Heyman. An injury. As I mentioned, he's well ranked with 3 of the governing bodies. Miller
looks in better condition. I mean, but Miller did seem as if he was blowing a little bit, but still very early. And Washington, to be honest, is looking a bit wary here.
Big left hand there from Miller. Just caught Washington circling away to his right-hand side. He's shaking his head there, Washington, but rather than shake his head, he needs to be looking to try and get away from those ropes.
He's not lying the rope so much. At that, you know, Miller isn't the craftiest. He doesn't have the most variety. He's not the best technical ability. But when he's got Gerald Washington backed up against the ropes, he doesn't need to have the best ability. He just has him up against the ropes. He's there nice and clear. If you're backed up onto the ropes, you might go 3 foot, 1, 2, 3, 4, hitting the gloves. But you know, eventually 5, 6, 7, 8 are going to pierce through the guard.
Just trying to stop Miller coming forward.
Yeah, this isn't where he wants to be. This is where Miller wants to fight. He wants it to be a physical fight. He wants to be able to lean on.
Nice left hand there from Washington. We do have to put some serious effort in just to try and keep him off. That was a nice uppercut on the inside. Snap the head of Washington back when Wilder's defence against Andrzej Wawrzyk fell through. He stepped up.
This is better than Washington here. You know, he's found a bit of space. He's letting the punches go. This is exactly what he needs to do to gain the respect of Miller.
Miller just shaking his head, but Washington still just pouring the punches in. Hooks coming in from the side, and then looking in for that right hand as well. Good start to the 6th round for Washington.
Washington's got to know also that he's down on the cards. He's lost every round up.
See, I'm thinking if Miller can finish this round strong, that would really sicken Washington. He obviously came out at the start of the round trying to, you know, stamp some authority into the fight. Probably got talking to between the, you know, in between the rounds of the last round. So if Miller now lands some heavy shots here and finishes the round strong, that would be pretty soul destroying for Gerald Washington going back to the corner.
Which is exactly what is happening. 3, 4 right hands. The referee has said to the corner, you need to show me something here or I'm going to stop it.
Exactly how he started that last round.
Just chip away at that. He's not somebody who necessarily looks for single punch knockout power despite his size, but he just grinds away. Big left hand there.
I don't think he has great power. I think it's more his physical strength that's a problem. You know, it's difficult to subdue, you know, someone that's 300 pounds walking forward. Wilder's in,
yeah. I mean, you can't knock Miller really, because this is the sort of fight he wants. He's got his hand now and then some good.
A few seconds of round 7, and again he's just rolling across the ring. Well, they're scheduled for 10 at heavyweight, and the gun shield comes out, and then Miller's been after everybody, really. He's been calling everybody out.
I'd like to see him with Dillian Whyte. That'd be a good fight. Look, if Dillian Whyte is so game, but I don't think he's the biggest of punchers. I think him and Gerald Miller would just be an absolute 12-round war.
And I'll tell you what, the build-up will be lively too. sometimes I think, you know, it's getting almost too comfortable for Miller. I know he's taking some of the gloves. It's so easy for him.
Accurate or as clean as Gerald Washington's work, but it's having more effect. So it's for Gerald Washington's output, he's not really making a dent in Miller, where Miller's kind of then coming forward.
It's all about desire now. I think, you know, what is the best Washington can hope, because you're not winning the fight, you're on the back foot, you're getting beat. He looks spent as well. I mean, he really does. Now, if you're Washington, I mean, do you look to your corner for help?
Encouragement, he'll see them land, he'll feel them land, he'll know that they're well executed, but he'll see them bounce off Jarrell Miller, this big beast of a man who keeps moving forward, and then Miller just unleashes with a crude overhand right.